Hi, thanks for listening to the Monthly Social here on YouTube. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. All right, hope you enjoy the rest of the show. Take care.
Okay, I am getting ready to prep a second HelloFresh dish. This one is the Italian-Seasoned Salmon with baked orzo. Got my recipe card there. And they have sent me these two pieces of Atlantic salmon fillets, 250 grams a piece. And I'll admit, when I first got these, I thought I got shortchanged two pieces, because when you look at the picture from HelloFresh here, it shows you a dish with one full piece of salmon. So I thought that we would get one piece of salmon for 4 people. But it's by grams, not by picture. And they want you to split this piece of salmon into 2 so that you have 4 pieces for the meals. All right, I'm going to open this bag here and see what other ingredients we got. We got 2 green onions. We have a mini-sized lemon. We've got a bag here called grains. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to read the recipe. We have 2 of those bags. Some zesty garlic blend. We got 2 packages of that. We have a bag of veggies, and then I'll get to that in a second. Whoa, we have a pack of grated Parmesan cheese that was open, and it's, I guess it came apart open in the bag, and it got spilled in there. Have to clean that up. We have 2 tomatoes, not very ripe, or something's going on with them, a little on the hard side, and 2 more zucchini. Not as big as the ones in the previous recipe. All right, I'm gonna go clean up this mess, start figuring out what the next steps are, and I'll come back and do the next piece of the video. Okay, so the next step is to get this going. Put in my pot here 6 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm going to get that on the stove and get it boiling. Start preheating the oven at 450 degrees. Then I'm going to start chopping some of the vegetables. Slice the onions, the green onions. Got to wash and clean and cut the zucchinis into 1/4-inch rounds, and cut the tomatoes into 1/4-inch pieces. And then, of course, there's my miniature-sized lemon, which I'm supposed to zest, and cut the other piece in half, and then put the other ones into quarters. I don't know how much of this lemon is going to be left when I'm done. I may have to go into the fridge and get some additional lemons based on what they're asking me to do in this card. I'm gonna go and prep all that, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like and what the next steps are. Okay, I'm almost done cutting the vegetables. There's the zucchini, the green onions sliced lengthwise thinly, the 2 tomatoes. I zested the miniature lemon, and now I'm going to squeeze the rest of it and get juice into the other bowl. But in the meantime, my water started boiling, and I think this is orzo. It says grains, so I'm going to take these and go put them in the boiling water and see what happens. I'll be back with the next steps. Okay, update. We've got the orzo boiling in the pot over there. About another minute left there. So it was orzo, the thing labeled grain. I've got the salmon here. They've been patted dry, and I've added the Italian seasoning, and also added my own salt and pepper as per the recommendations. I'm gonna wait till the orzo is done boiling. I'm gonna take some water out of it into a separate cup and just put it aside for a little bit later. And so once that's done, I'm going to take the zucchini, and I have a pan here that's been oiled. My assistant has helped me out. And we're gonna put the zucchini in there. We're gonna layer it. We're gonna add the Parmesan cheese that I showed you earlier that had been opened in the bag a little bit and spilled out. And then we're gonna throw that in the oven as well. So I'm gonna do those things. I'll be back. All right, things have been happening fast and furious. So the orzo came to the boil where it was time for me to take it off. And then we had to add, we strained the orzo Kept a quarter cup of the water that it had been boiling in. And then we put butter. I think it was 2 tablespoons of butter into the pot and melted it. We added the seasoning that they send with it in there. Then we added the orzo back in. We added the tomatoes. What else did we add? We added some salt, the lemon zest, and the lemon juice. Now, I know they say the lemon juice, 2 tablespoons. I didn't see 2 tablespoons worth of lemon juice out of our mini lemon there, but I added whatever has come in the box. I haven't made any modifications whatsoever. So what I'm doing now is layering the zucchini on top of the orzo, which is in the pan, which is going to go back in the oven. But I got to drizzle it with some olive oil here in a second. So I'm going to get some olive oil, drizzle with olive oil. All right, do that. Okay, and then I've got salt, I think.
Yep.
I lost my salt shaker there for a moment. So do that. Probably pepper, because they seem to tell us pepper. So I'm gonna give it some pepper. Shake it. I should have one of the cracking pepper things. I have one. It's somewhere in my cupboard, but for some reason I'm using the shaker that doesn't give me a lot of pepper. Okay, there we go. Now I've moved it to a bigger thing. Okay, and then I think I'm supposed to sprinkle our open bag of Parmesan cheese on top of it. Correct? I'm looking at my assistant. Okay. We still have to get the salmon cooking too once that goes in the oven. I can't remember how long this one said, if it was 25 minutes, but we'll figure out what the time is and let you know after. Usually I'm not talking and prepping while I do this, but just to give you an indication or show you a little bit of the stuff that's going on here. Because it happened fast, because I think the way that the steps were written, I would have missed a step, but I'm going to review that later and let you know what that's all about. Okay, I'm going to get this in the oven, going to work on the salmon, and I had the big oil bottle there sitting there, Bertolli oil that I'm using, olive oil. Okay, I'm going to get that in the oven, see you in a bit. Okay, here we go. So I took the zucchini out of the oven. There they are after being baked and speed broiled for 2 minutes as recommended. There's the pan-seared salmon. I'm going to plate it, show you what it looks like once that's done, and then we'll taste it and I'll come back with the verdict. Okay, there is the plated Italian-seasoned salmon. And one thing I can tell you is, so in those packages that I showed you at 250 grams, where I said we're only getting 2 pieces, they actually divided them so there are 4 pieces. It's just not very clear when you're starting out. And here's the dish that I show you usually. That's the waste that I have from today's session. But I'm gonna go taste it and see how this is, and I'll let you know. Okay, post-meal. There is a little bit of leftovers tonight. This is the orzo dish there. And I'm also showing some lemon wedges, because I had to cut the extra lemon wedges from our own supply, because we did have a very small lemon, and I couldn't put the amount of lemon juice in the recipe based on what the product that I got in the HelloFresh bag. So overall, the feedback was that the meal was a tasty meal. We had plenty in terms of portion for everyone, and we do have a little bit of leftover there. The cooking time was 35 to 40 minutes, and it actually was in the 35 to 40 minute range once I got going and put everything together. So more later on HelloFresh.